Hey friends, it's Jay Lobos coming back to you on another episode, and I wanted to talk today about student loans. Are you someone with 60, 100,000 in debt? You've defaulted on your loan, you don't know where to go? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to give you a lot of valuable information on how to get that resolved. Stay tuned right now. So, are you a student right now, or are you out of school and you don't know what to do with your student loans? Were you somebody who, you're looking to get your credit back on par, you want to get back on track, and you're obviously a little bit, hazy with regards to where to go and how to go? Well, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about two different types of programs that they're actually being offered. Program that I've taken advantage of, my wife and part of my family members, and a lot of our kinds. And in reality, the first program that I really wanted to talk to you guys about is the rehabilitation program. Now, if you're somebody who had a student loan and unfortunately because of life or whatever situation you went through, you defaulted on it, there's a program right now that could help you to get back on track, right? And it's called the rehabilitation program. What is that program going to do? There's a lot of benefits and a lot of upsides to this program, and one of them, basically what it is to really get you out of default. So now, if your account has gone into either a charge-off status or you've had multiple lates, and the rehabilitation, what it's going to do is it's going to obviously be getting you out of default and getting you back on track. So if right now you don't know who the creditor is, because this is what it might be showing on your credit report. You might have an original creditor, but if you contact that original creditor, such as U.S. Department of Education, Navient, Nelnet, Great Lakes, who knows, look at your credit report. So the first thing you want to do is obtain a copy of your credit report, or by this time around, you should have already received correspondence, some sort of notification, some sort of letter from one of your student loan providers, right? For the most part, these student loan providers usually put all of that together in one single package. So if you've defaulted, most likely it already got shipped over to a collection agency. The original creditor has that information. So in a sense, since the account's already been charged off, they're no longer accepting any payments. So once the information goes over to the collection agency now will offer that program, the rehabilitation program. And what it is going to be a total of 9 consecutive payments. There's ways to expedite this. So what happens, and why also I'm doing this video, because student loans is one of those debts that you have to resolve, you have to take care of. Those people will come after you. They'll do a garnishment, they'll do a bank levy, they'll take away money from your taxes, and in extreme cases, I've even heard of people even going to jail. Bananas, right? So that's something that we want to go ahead and address. So, and obviously if you're somebody who every single year, which I've had clients that all of a sudden you do your taxes and you're expecting a certain amount, and guess what? You're shortchanged by the government because they're always going to go ahead and get their money. It's like the IRS, right? So the rehabilitation, what it's going to do, depending on when you get that done. So if right now, obviously we're in September, the 9-month program might not apply. So there's a list that they call it. It's a blacklist. The only way to find out if you're going to be eligible for your tax refund is if you contact the collection agency. If you get into the rehabilitation program, and the program is for 9 consecutive months, they have an expedited way of doing it. So for the next 9 months, the first month that you make a payment, they could take 2 payments, expediting it so that you're 2 months ahead. And towards the end, you could make 2 payments. So instead of doing 8-9 months, it's gonna be 2 months at the last. So in a sense, you're shorting it out by a total of about 5 to about 6 months. But given the fact, keep this in mind, that once you've made 9 consecutive payments, you're most likely either gonna have some sort of online access, depending on the collection agency or whoever's collecting that money. And one of the benefits too about being in the rehabilitation program, depending on what your income looks like, So obviously they're going to look at certain things, criteria. For the most part, you'll probably end up paying $5 every month to get you out of rehabilitation. Another beautiful upside about the rehabilitation is that once you've completed the 9 consecutive month payments, guess what? They can literally go into the history and correct it. So that's a huge upside when it actually comes and when we're talking about fixing your credit, right? So if your goal is to obviously, maybe you already graduated, obviously if you haven't found a job or life hit you, now you have a job, you want to get back on track, this would be a fantastic program to get into, because after you've been rehabilitated, now the loan gets transferred over back to the original creditor, right? And then there's a second program, especially for the ones who are currently making payments. Maybe it's a huge monthly expense and you're looking to obviously consolidate or maybe try to reduce. They have what's called an income-driven repayment plan program. And what that program is going to do for you, again, it's income-based. So they're going to look at certain criteria, right? So especially you, people out there, the single mothers, then this could be a huge upside, because now they're gonna go ahead and take your income, they're gonna take all your expenses, and then based on the income plan that you're in, obviously then they're gonna go ahead and modify that monthly payment to try to get you into a comfortable monthly payment. Again, guys, the more stress that you show, the more financial burden that you have, and and again, sometimes it happened to me. We get out of school, and guess what? We don't get the best jobs possible because we're in the process, or maybe there's we're limited or we're restricted because of the job opportunities. These could be real good programs, not only to get you back on track, to erase negative history, but at the same time get you into a comfortable payment plan, erase that negative history, help you out with your credit report. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to leave a description, and in the description I'm going to give you guys a couple of links. I want you guys to go ahead and check them out, and again, they're going to go ahead and drive you back to the forms that you need to go ahead and obviously fill out. Check me out if you guys are obviously first time watchers. Like, subscribe. I'm going to continue to pump out as much information as possible to continue to help you guys. These are benefits that I've taken advantage of myself, my family, and my friends, and obviously my clients. And on the next time, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you guys have any comments, leave those below. And on the next time, take care.